Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to another Cars 3 diecast review. Today we have Scott Tiller, and this guy is just absolutely incredible. I mean, look at him. He's like another Frank, and Frank was pretty amazing. So, without any further ado, I got this from the one and only Collection TV. He found one down where he lives and he was able to send me one, so that was very, very nice of him. We sometimes do this where we like find something for each other because, you know, our areas may be like different. So like he found this, I found, what was it for him? It was kind of recently, I think. Yeah, I got like RV and Mr. Drippy for him, so it really depends. He sent me this really cool letter as well. He talks about Bork, and it's because when this guy, like his prototype image was first released, he didn't have a name, so I just called him Bork. I don't know why, but he looked like a Bork, right guys? He still looks like a Bork to me. He does not look like a Scott Tiller, but that's what Mattel decided to name him, so I guess we're going to have to go along with that. So thanks again, Collection TV, and if you'd like to check out his channel, the link will be in the description below. So this here is a Toys R Us exclusive. Toys R Us has their own line called the Radiator Springs Classic series or whatever. The Radiator Springs Classic line, collection, however you want to describe it. And the packaging is the same exact like design as the normal Cars 3 releases with the red Cars 3 background, the logo there. But instead of having the black on the other side, you have an image of Willys Buttes. And it looks like it's like dusk or dawn, the sun is setting or coming up. It looks absolutely amazing, and they do have the Deluxe tag there because Bork, or Scott Tiller, is a Deluxe. He is pretty huge. Like, I thought they might not even be able to fit him in Deluxe packaging, but they had to remove the harvester so he could actually fit. So I'm happy that they made him fit so we don't have to spend like even more money to get him. On the back here, you can see the image of Scott Tiller there. That was the prototype image, and it shows how you need to connect the harvester to the hitch on the end of Scott there. Favorite characters from Radiator Springs, so that's something new, and it doesn't have any other cars from the series on the back like they usually do, which is most likely because they wanted to show you how to attach the harvester. But the other Deluxes in the case are Red and Tractor, I believe. Tractor is slightly different than the ones that you see out here, and Red though is exactly the same. People have been finding them in Europe, Canada, maybe even Australia, and here in the United States as well. So hopefully you have a good chance of getting him. The description reads, blindsided by a new generation of piston cup racers, Lightning McQueen finds himself suddenly pushed out of the sport he loves. To get back on top, he will need the help of a young race technician, inspiration from the late fabulous Hudson Hornet, and guidance from a few old friends along the way. It's really going to pain me to open this up because this is on a perfect card, but I checked my 2 local Toys R Us stores very recently this past weekend. They did not have these at all, so yeah, I'm going to have to open this one up. I'm sure I'll find another one. There was tape on that package, meaning that there was tape like on the blister making sure it stays attached to the card back, and that made it super hard to open, as you can see, without like absolutely destroying the card back. And I like to keep those intact just for, you know, reference purposes. But anyway, I got them out of the package. We're all good to go. And unlike Frank, who has his harvester spinning blade thingy in the front, Bork or Scott Tiller has it in the back. So we're going to connect it together. It has like this circular insert here, so it looks like you just stick that into that hole right there. Man, that's a weird hole. And let's see. Gotta apply some force here. Let's get it in there. Come on. Can't be doing it backwards, no. The blades have to be facing the ground. There we go. You just have to really kind of push it in there so there's like nothing left, and then it's like the part to part, like there's no space in between. So there we go. I like it. The blades spin here on the bottom, which is really cool, and we'll get to that in a couple moments here, but I do want to talk about his appearance in the movie. So there were actually several Tillers like Scott here in a field where Mack, I believe he was going to the Rust-eze Racing Center or possibly another location, but I do think it was the RRC. And Like they had this whole montage of them going there with clips from like all over the country essentially, and he was going through like basically this field, and there were a bunch of these in the field harvesting. So yeah, basically a 1-second appearance. It was very zoomed out, so definitely not close up with barely any detail. I'm so glad that they released him though, because he's pretty unique and cool. And this is his only release so far, a deluxe in the Radiator Springs Classic line. He may be re-released in the future, but we just don't know that yet. So let's dive right into a review of him now. As you can see, pretty much throughout the entire body, the main portion here, and the tiller harvester, he has like rust, dirt, flax specks on him. I don't even know how to describe him. It's like a mixture of dirt, mud, and rust, essentially. I feel like a nice little paint job, or not a paint job, but like a car wash would do him very well. So I like kind of like the detailing there, because it wouldn't be realistic if he was completely clean, which is what they did with like some cars, like Miss Fritter pretty much. He shouldn't be completely clean. Just soaking all that detail there. The expression's nice, it's calm, he's enjoying tilling, I guess it's peaceful to him. You can see kind of like a smile down there, just calm eyes, big grill there. Moving toward the side there, you kind of have a nice color design there with the gray and then like a burgundy color and then a black stripe, so that's kind of cool. Changes up the yellow, creates some contrast. And now if a person were to drive this, that would be like the ladder where they would climb into the cab portion here. He has these huge side view mirrors, and they're like a rubbery plastic, but be careful, you don't want to accidentally break them off. On the right side, he does have like a smokestack here, and whatever that thing is, I think it rotates like it would in real life, but it's just like a piece of plastic here. Ooh, wow, it actually moves a lot. Wait a second. It like comes down. I feel like I'm gonna break it off, but this is intriguing me. This is pretty cool. It like moves. Yeah, I don't want to move it anymore though. I don't want to break it off, but yeah, that actually moves quite a bit. But just be careful, because I don't think it's exactly supposed to move. This side does not have that, but it does have like a little step right there. The top, you can see some overhead lights that are pretty dirty up there. Moving toward the back here, you just kind of have like the equipment side of things here. I don't know what that would be. I'm not like a farmer. I don't know much about agriculture, but if you do, please let me know in the comment section below what all these little pieces are meant to do. The front double, like he does have double tires here, as you can see, with orange rims. No fenders for the front, so he's basically like Francesco Bernoulli, open wheeler, but in the back he does have some covers here. And then here is the tiller. So you have these silver lines that look very nice and shiny. Some dirt. And of course the blades here do spin, which is very, very cool. A great feature indeed. Wonderful. I really like Scott. He's one of my favorites for the year so far. And there's the base if you're interested. And this portion here is painted on the bottom there, which is pretty nice. So that's pretty much it for Scott himself. He has a nice little roll to him as well. You'd think that maybe like the tiller would slow him down, but it actually does not. It's still a very nice like roll to him. Realistic too. So if you have like a little, I don't know, display with a farm, he'd look great in it. So to get an idea of scale, here's Lightning McQueen. McQueen fits, like he is still not longer than Scott Tiller if you like put him up against the tiller there and then up to the front there. Like he is very short compared to Scott. Like if we actually did that, probably about like 1/3 longer than Lightning McQueen. 33% longer, maybe even a little bit more. And he's probably like pretty much like 50% taller than him as well. Now I know some people might think of him like Bessie because they're both big yellow deluxes, but you know, they're not really that similar. I did want to show them though, because they both have like this big kind of like section back here that encloses a roller type thing. So I guess that's one similarity. And they're both dirty for sure. I actually have a clean Bessie prototype, so that'll be showcased in my prototype video whenever I get around to doing it. And obviously the most similar to Scott is Frank, the other tiller, the other harvester in the Cars universe. But they're still very different because I feel like they're from different time periods, and Scott is more... Alright, so I saw this, speaking of Collection TV, on his like Like I don't know how to describe it exactly, but he was like thinking animalistic versus humanistic here. So Frank is definitely more of an animalistic character because of like he's obviously like a bull. I mean, those are the horns. He has the ring there on the nose. He's like a bull, and the tractors are like cows. And they do that with a lot of the equipment. So like the bulldozers from El Matador are meant to be bulls as well. So is Scott supposed to be an animal? I don't know. I don't really think so. He doesn't look like one. Perhaps a more sophisticated bull, maybe just a big cow, maybe a raccoon. No, not a raccoon. I almost went over 2 raccoons last night, or the other night. I don't even know. But I was driving home and it was super dark out, and I see like this thing like scurry across the road, and I'm like, oh man, that's a raccoon. And then like his partner or her partner like came scurrying across as well, or maybe they were like mad at each other. I don't know. But they were like fast, and thankfully I didn't run over them, but it was an intense encounter. But anyway, yeah, Scott is not a raccoon. I don't know what he is. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys have any idea if he's like animalistic or he may be more humanistic, which I guess is caristic. I don't know. I feel like we're going too deep here. We need to pull out. There are their tillers. Frank's is definitely bigger and more dangerous. He can use it as a weapon against Lightning McQueen. Remember that from Cars 1? Whereas Scott, yeah, he can't really use it unless he goes in reverse, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Scott doesn't look like he would do that anyway, whereas Frank definitely would. This thing moves here. Kind of reminds me of the thing that's over here that moves a little bit, but I don't think that's intended to be moved. Alright. I did bring out Bubba for a little fun comparison, everyone's favorite Deluxe, just to get another sense of scale. Bubba's actually taller than Scott. Scott is long. Oh, I don't know exactly. Yeah, Scott is like slightly longer. Ever so slightly longer though. And I guess we should do a little comparison with some tractors here as well. I think they all look pretty nice together. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks Collection TV for sending me this awesome release here. And I will see you guys next time. Like I said, my review of Ed Trunk. I'm trying to do more videos for you guys, and I think that I'll definitely be able to now that I'm getting more of a hold of things, more control over my life. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye now.